New Jersey, it's Matthew Locascio back with another weekly edition of helpful health tips and exercises for you guys. Don't be alarmed by the fact that I am on the ground right now. I promise I don't need my life alert bracelet. Don't call, don't call EMS. I'm okay, I promise. I am sitting on this comfy pillow down here, and there's a reason for that. I told you guys you would be shocked with our fourth installment of the rotational exercises for July. And here we are, on the ground, a place I'm very familiar with as I often lose my balance despite the fact that those are the main exercises I do. So I've given you guys two upper body and a lower body rotational exercises, all of which involved you standing up. This one allows you to sit on the ground. And while it's also more comfortable for some people, other people cannot do standing exercise. So this is a great one, whether you're seated in a chair or whether you're on the ground. In my case, I'm going to instruct you the same way you should do it regardless. And I'm going to show you multiple angles here, and all you have to do is not pay attention to my very pale and very skinny legs. Just admire the baseball socks instead. There you go. Okay, so we're going to take that imaginary ball that we had for our exercise where you guys were standing and doing that. Remember that imaginary ball? Well, you're going to use it again today. And before I forget, do not do this exercise if you are not comfortable with it, if you're not comfortable on the ground, even if you're doing it in a chair. If it doesn't feel right, watch the video, make sure it feels right to you. If it doesn't, don't do it. If you're not sure, feel free to reach out to us at IHT. That's 908-875-3241, info@inhometrainermatt.com or inhometrainermatt.com through the contact portal. We can help answer any questions you have about this exercise, any exercises. You know the drill. Anyway, here we go. So we're going to take that imaginary ball. Now, I cross my feet at the bottom because that's how I feel comfortable. If you're seated in a chair, just extend them out. If you're on the ground, you can do either or. The key is you need to be able to slightly lean back. So if you're in a chair, you need to be able to slightly lean back in that chair if you're going to do this exercise. Not too far back. We don't want you falling out of your chair. Just a slight lean back. Then we're going to take our imaginary ball from one hip. And what are we going to do with it? We're going to move it onto that other hip just like we did in the air. Now, here's the difference. Or when we're standing. We want to make sure we rotate with it. And because we're not doing it standing where the rotation is more natural, just make sure you shift your oblique muscles as you do this. So come up, rotate, make sure I'm looking at the ball, the imaginary ball. Come back up, make sure I'm looking at the imaginary ball on that side. And as I'm looking, I want to make sure that my obliques are rotating with it. So just a nice little oblique turn. Nice and smooth, each direction, just like that. Notice it's not too much. I'm not trying to get my hands to the ground. I'm not trying to lean back to where you can't see my face. Slight lean back, and just a nice small rotation each side. Nice deep breaths in through the nose, out through the mouth, and nice and slow again. We're not trying to look, I know you've seen movies or videos where rotating side to side. We don't want to do that here. You're going to end up hurting your back. We want to use the abs and loosen and strengthen the lower back. That doesn't happen if we go too fast here. Again, nice and slow. Right hip, rotating the obliques. Left hip, rotating the obliques, just enough to feel it on both sides. Again, not full turns, just nice small rotations. I'm going to give you a side view now. Everyone needs a side view. Oh, maybe not. Maybe not this side view. But this will let you know where I'm going to. Again, if you're at home and you're on a floor, I'm using a pillow. If you have a mat or something comfortable, as long as it doesn't obstruct you from doing the exercise, and as long as it's not imbalanced, even a pillow may not be the best idea, though this one's pretty small and level. Just because you want to make sure that you're seated on something that's not going to have one side of you higher than the other. But as long as it just provides comfort and to keep pain out of the butt and the lower back. So anyway, just so you can see here, see how my feet are extended. They're not totally straight, small bend, and again, cross them, don't cross them, who cares? See where I'm going? Same thing, opposite side. It's not too far. I'm not, again, trying to go here or back here. Just a nice, small rotation. Deep breaths in through the nose, out through the mouth. You can pause a second with each hip. If you want to continuously go, that's fine, as long as you know you're doing it nice and slow and not going too fast in the process. Again, make sure that your obliques are rotating with your head as you go side to side. One more each side here, guys. Ready? 1 and 2. There you go. Much like the other exercises, I would aim for 10 to 12 each side. That's 20 to 24 total. Remember, we want even numbers. Odd numbers are bad because that means you did one more on one side than you did the other when you're doing alternating exercises. So try to keep it even numbers. Make sure you feel comfortable doing this. If you don't, again, the number to call, 908-875-3241, info@inhometrainermatt.com. inhometrainermatt.com through the contact portal. We'll make sure you're doing it right. We'll make sure it's right for you. And if not, we could probably give you a great alternative to do instead. Have a wonderful rest of your July arc. I truly hope you enjoy it, and I hope you enjoy these rotational exercises and stay away from those rotational winds that started this whole theme. Rotational exercise is good. Rotational wind, not so good. Stay out of Tornado Alley and stay in good health, and I'll see you guys in August? We're already in August? What happened to time? What happened to summer? Well, we'll have to come up with a good theme. I'll see you guys then. Have a great rest of the month, Art.